I had a fairly unconventional university time. So I thought that it was going to be setting me up for, med school and whatnot. And I recently wrote very openly about this on LinkedIn and my Substack, which is sort of a newsletter blogging system. But I think it was sophomore year of Duke. My parents were going through a divorce. They didn't eventually they did not finalize the divorce. They're still together, but it was a period of time where they were trying to figure out their relationship. But it got very angry, very ugly, very emotionally filled. I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
They were much younger than me. And so there was a point in time where they're like, hey, we're going to separate the girls. One will take one and then the other will take the other. And against all advice, I was like, no, that's not acceptable. So overnight, I drove back home, picked up the girls. And so from Duke to Nashville, and then picked them up and then came back to Duke. And I was living in a sort of a dorm at that point in time. And so the girls actually stayed with me for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then university found out and they're like, no, that's not possible. It's not legal.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You're not their legal guardianship. And so I actually had to go to court and get the legal guardianship for the girls. So my university is very unconventional. I wasn't a part of fraternity or sorority. No, definitely not sorority, but not part of fraternity. I always had 2 little girls with me.
Yeah.
At many times of the university sort of life. And
now, was that a thing that helped you stay focused or a distraction?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Right. And also in part, you're playing the student and you're trying to get very good grades. You have career aspirations and you have all these classes. I was triple major bound. I wanted to take as many classes as I wanted. And so eventually I had to drop these majors one by one, and being a parent. And we were in Durham. And so I wanted the best schools for the girls. So we had to move off campus to East Franklin Street in Chapel Hill.
Okay.
And I still remember the apartment we rented at that point in time. And I slept on the floor for all those years.
How were you paying for the apartment? Were your parents helping you or did you have to figure it out?
I had to figure out most of it. I was very fortunate because I went to Duke on a full ride, and it was sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates.
Oh, nice.
And so and I owe Duke so much, right? So when Duke found out about this whole situation, they actually went back to Bill and Melinda and asked for additional stipends.
Okay.
And they issued the stipends, which made our life a lot easier, especially with the cost of living with 2 additional girls and living off campus.
Wow. That's a lot to deal with in college.
It's a lot.
And I get it. I can actually relate to this. I don't talk a lot about myself and stuff I went through, but a very similar thing happened to me when I was 12 and I got left with 2 girls. And for almost a year, where adults were coming in and out, and so I can completely relate to what that was like. But it's just when that time happens, is you just got to do what you got to do because it's your family and they depend on somebody. So at the time, I was the only one for them to depend on and had to step up. So I get it.
Yeah, you've got to be the pillar that holds up everything else.
Yeah. So did they stay with you? How long did they stay with you for?
All the way until I graduated.
Oh, really?
And I took the IBM job in part out of practicality. I couldn't go to med school because, one, my grades were not that great.